So good morning. It is July the 25th, 2021. And the question on Washington Journal this morning was, should the Olympic athletes have a right to protest? You know, just like Kaepernick took the knee. And you better think back in history. Black people have always put the Black Power fist up when they won the election, or the event, as we are Americans also. And they hate it when we refer to who we are as people. Actually, that is the problem. That's why I wanted to come and talk to the people, as I cannot see how Black people or African American people are involved in the oversight and the accountability for public services here in the state of Nevada, as even though we have African Americans who are elected position, they are elected officials. They do not control the interests, which is the funding. But I'll tell you who does have control. It's the federal government. And as these people have depended on states' rights for too long, far too long, meaning that as long as they had the majority power, they could make the rules. But now states' rights are over because we are a democratic government, democracy, you get me, boo? Meaning everybody has a voice, including me. So when I look at the lack of outcomes for public services here in Nevada for African American people, I had a concern. So I started to look and I started to dig, where I found that so many African American children were denied early start. There just weren't the numbers there. Although the poverty was there, the numbers for accessibility were not there. And then I understood what happened under special education, as it took one teacher and one principal to remove a student from a gifted and talented placement. And I said, how unusual would they list that? And then to understand that when I went to go see an alternative program or alternative school with the district employee, he too had a program. That he was operating for under alternative programs. So it behooved the shit out of me how people who were employees of the city, state, or county could have contracts with the federal government, or contracts with, and have a business alongside of working. And then I read some legislation, and the legislation just referred to people who were sitting in positions had a right to set gifts. Now, I just wasn't aware of that. I thought that was a violation, under whatever. You can't sit on a board and then to vote to have stuff come your way. You get me, boo? You just can't represent that way. But representation seems to be a problem here, as people who are community members or citizens just have no voice at all. Just have no voice. Anytime a social program can restrict your access or restrict your ability to talk to your friends and family members, as they see you as a menace to society, well, boo, I was born a menace to society, and I will continue to be a menace to society, as I know it. I stand for freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of thought. Just plain old freedom. And I have a right to do it. What you don't have a right to do is to sit on my neck, because my name ain't George Floyd. And when he tried to cry for his mother, nobody just paid attention. It's amazing to me how people in America would pretend that we don't matter when we do matter. Everyone matters in America. The word is e pluribus unum. Out of many, there's one, but out of one, there's none. So who will you be in 2021? Let's understand, as we all witnessed the insurrection at the Capitol, that we all have voices, and our voices matter. So no, people don't get to work over your children and fail your children. You have a right to have, it's called an educational assessment done. A full educational assessment. There are different types of learners. How are they providing support to your child? Do you realize that for every child enrolled in the school district generates enough money to take care of the salaries and benefits for the people who are working in the school district? And know that we are in, the entertainment capital of the world, where Black people would come here and perform and pay federal taxes. Because the people who live here, baby, they don't pay as much taxes as the people who win the money here and as the people who perform here. So I'm sorry, boo, that you didn't think I was an American citizen. I'm so sorry that you thought my voice didn't matter. Pimping ain't easy, but goddamn, they always say somebody gotta do it. And these people have done it well. So like, subscribe, and follow me. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, hey, just find a podcast and learn that we all have a right to have a voice and a vote. So stand up in 2021. Don't be the one.